Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Great BTC here, and welcome to the official live stream. This is a cryptocurrency live stream where we're going to look at the cryptocurrency market. We're going to analyze, and this is more important because, as you may know, that the market has started moving at the moment. We're now looking at a bullish sentiment market where everybody is excited. Is the bull market back? And what are the right strategies to make money? And what are the right altcoins to make money? So I haven't been going live so much in the last 2 weeks, but I have been giving you guys some updates every now and then, and I will share some of my positions as well. But most importantly, right now, while everybody's looking, what is the right strategy to trade? And I'll also leave up you guys with 3 cryptocurrencies that you should pay attention to, especially in this time and moment. All right. So first, let's get into the screen. And you know the rules, guys. If you join the live stream, you want to start with liking the video. So make the thumbs up button, turn it blue. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do it right now. And other than that, let's get into it. All right. Alrighty, so this is the deal, right? The first thing we want to know is to look at the CPI index. There's been an update, and basically the CPI index is not much changed, but it has gone down a little bit. And this is a good sign because it brings a little bit of confidence in the market. So you can check out the consumer prices fell 0.1% in December, in line with the expectations from economists. So this was the December, and now we have also seen an upgrade of that in 2022. Right now, as we stand, in which all items are standing at 6.5%, and the food and energy down to 5.7%. And this is very important because the macroeconomic environment basically drives the micro, and crypto and other things are included into that. Much of the drop of the CPI index is related to the price of gas going down. Fuel prices down, everything else sort of goes down as well. Now, let's just get straight to the business of trading. What's really happening in the world of cryptocurrencies? On a monthly, this is the Bitcoin chart, and this is what it looks like. Right? There are 2 major scenarios at play right now. We're in the gray area where the decision has to be made in which where Bitcoin exactly is going to go. Where is that chart again? Great. So I will go to Bitcoin USDT, but on a separate chart. Here we go. This, guys, is the only thing that you have to pay attention to right now. This is Bitcoin, and these are the liquidity zones, the liquidity heat maps. On the daily, it has basically escaped the last point of high liquidity at around $15,000 level. And right now, we're standing all the way above at 18,000. It basically broke 19,000. Entering here what is historically the red territory. And my prediction here is that, and we have traded this before, my prediction here is that we have to escape the red zone to come to the other side for it to continue to go up. Because from this point where Bitcoin is standing up, the next level of liquidity crunch, right? The next heat map of liquidity, of dump liquidity basically, which is red, is at 21,554. So the moment we skip this red area here, which is from now all the way until 19,900, then we are more likely to see a rally because this is where the majority of the resistance is. And also, if you look at this chart sideways, there are a lot more areas of liquidity. Let me try to zoom in here. You have a lot more areas of high liquidity starting from, this is, what price point is this? This is 24,000, 19,000, and this is about 20,000, right? So this is a good sign. It's basically symbolizing that if we happen to fall, Bitcoin still have some moments to hold itself up. However, this is what will decide whether this is a whale play to manipulate the markets or if it's a real pump. And because we are in a moment of undecisiveness, this is where it helps for you to develop a strategy. And by the end of this video, I'll leave you guys with a strategy that I'm implementing myself. I shared it in the Discord last night before I went to bed, or this morning, and I will also be able to share it again with you guys. So before we look into that, I just want to give our sponsor a shout out. This video is sponsored or brought to you by Ledger. Ledger is the #1 provider of hardware wallets in the entire crypto market. If you care about your cryptocurrency, go ahead and get yourself a hardware wallet, especially a Ledger Nano wallet. Link is down in the description below. If you use my link, you get 10% on your device purchase. So go ahead and do it. Very, very, very helpful. And also, if you want to start trading right now, it's very important that you grab a platform to trade on. I am trading right now using Bybit and OKX. I don't use one exchange, I use two. So if you want to take your trading seriously, use Bybit, use OKX. Links to both are down in the description below, because if you use my links, you get bonus to sign up and you also get discount in transaction fees. All right, so we are just basically at the verge of breaking this out. More likely we could break it, but it is a serious level of resistance on where I have highlighted red. If you go backwards in history, you will be able to see that, okay, this is a serious moment for Bitcoin. It has been bouncing back around this moment. It's going to be helpful if we go above it and not below it. However, it is a red flag also that this could be the end of the mini rally that we recently had. I also switch up a little bit to go to the monthly to give you guys a little bit of a more in-depth highlight of where we stand, right? So from this perspective, actually I can bring out the XBT on this one. I have a much more elaborate chart, XBT US. Okay, I don't know what happened to that chart, but basically you can put it like this on a monthly, right? Bitcoin is still below the critical level to actually call it that this is a bull market on a monthly chart. Even if I turn on my favorite indicators, right now we're way far from a real indicator of a bull market. Even if I switch this to a weekly, you're still going to see a repetition of the same. We're still bearish at a higher time frames. So when it comes to trading, you already know the rules. Always follow the trend. Never ignore the trend. And the trend is still bearish. And this will play a role when we're deciding on which positions to take and what kind of strategy to implement. At a weekly, the RSI even is still bearish. A little bit of a cross kind of happening in the MACD also. There's a little bit of a cross tend to happen right now, and maybe this might be the flipping effect. However, on a weekly, if you look closely here, you see this green dotted lines. It simply means a high liquidity area, right, on the liquidity heat map. So this is where a lot of buy orders are. That's why Bitcoin has been bouncing around, and we basically just escaped it a little bit more. Now, let's decide now, what do you do in this moment when you're looking at, where's the BTC USDT again? Now, what do you do in a moment like this where you're like, oh man, I don't know what to do. Things are a little bit undecisive. What is the strategy? What's the right thing to do? Here's the thing, guys, right? Number one is that you want to follow the higher trend, the high time frame trend, which is still bearish. But of course, you want to play it smart. So what did we say before even the pump started? The wiser thing in a market to do has always been be dollar cost averaging when the market are lower, so that right now you're not panicking. So if you have been buying on the lows dollar cost averaging without checking the prices, and right now the market is pumping. What do? Well, you cannot be one-sided entirely, at least in my perspective now. I cannot be long all the way on all my positions. So what I do, I am long already on spot trades, on my dollar cost averaging trades, but on derivatives, I'm mostly going short because the underlying trend overall is bearish. Now, on Bitcoin, I'll show you something quite interesting as well. Let's come into the daily and let's bring in the liquidity screener. All right. So from a liquidity screening point of view, right? From a liquidity point of view here, I mean, even though it might seem like there is a long way to go to basically patent Bitcoin, but I mean, you have a lot of ways that are critical from, like, you can see 20,000, a lot of liquidity to be sold over there, followed by 21,000 and all that. And the critical situation here would be starting from 23,000 is now going to be a high level layer of liquidity, of liquidations that is very attractive to bullish traders because they know they can take everyone down with a blow up and then bring the market down. However, this is all data, right? The people who are trading, the whales, they make decisions differently. They play psychological manipulation and things like that. So even though the analytics might look like this and be like, yo, there is a possible 30% to go before we basically start dumping because this is where the highest amount of liquidations are, it is still very unlikely that it could go all the way to that level. Now, going back to my initial point is that I will wait for BTC. Let me turn this off to make it a little bit more clear. So I will wait for BTC. If I will go long on derivative position, long, I will wait until Bitcoin has now broken this level over here, right? Above this red line, which is 19,900 going above, then I'll feel comfortable to actually go long. Right now, I am still testing long, short, because if you look at the moving average, right? This is the a moving average that is weighted by, oh guys, like the video, destroy the like button. Destroy the like button if you're watching. All right, so basically this is a volume weighted, a view up. And we're way above it right now, which is a good sign because it means that we're incredibly bullish. What's worrying, however, on a daily, it's just that it symbolizes that we're only up with one candle. And that is not always a good sign, because we can also just go down at once like that. So you have to be extremely, extremely careful. Now, what do you do in a situation like this? Again, right now in this red territory, I think it's a perfect time to short until it breaks up at the top. So the top line of the red line, which is from 19,900 going above, those can be your stop losses. But anything with the recent pump that we have had, and we're going into the weekend right now. Crypto has a tendency to dump on the weekend. You could, I'm taking a lot of short positions, very minimal on BTC, but more on the altcoins, which takes me to my next point. Altcoins. Which ones are the real deal and which ones one should trade, or at least what am I trading? All right. So number one is BNB. Not so much to be said at BNB, but if you look at the volume, BNB and the shape, things are looking incredibly well. It already has its drawdown here, which was at 221. That's where we had the heat map. And you can see that it escaped and moved sideways with velocity. And right now we are in the beginning of an escape velocity on BNB. Not much has been going on. So if I go to the 7-day pumps, you will see that BNB doesn't even make the list of the highest coins that I've pumped. But maybe I should actually preface this with an altcoin strategy overall, right? Now, what's happening now is you're looking at a lot of coins. On average, let's say a couple of coins, let's say 20 coins have done incredibly well, one by one. This coin goes up and followed by the other one, followed by the other one, and followed by the other one. And that symbolizes that we might be in an altcoin craze for a short little while. But whenever you see a coin that is incredibly high, that's the last thing that you want to touch. Do not touch those coins. You need to look for the ones that haven't been pumped yet. Now, how do you find them? It's always the question. Hey, great, but how do you find the coins that are pumping? This is what I do. You go on CoinGecko. It's very simple. You go on the 7-day, you click on it. It's showing you all the high cap coins that have been pumping. You click it again. It brings the losers. And you click it again. Right? You can play around. It will show you the gainers and the losers. Now, based on this data, I can see that some of the high cap coins that have been pumping has been Aptos and all that. It means that I am not buying any of these coins whatsoever. I'm not touching them. I will go all the way down on the 7-day to sort of understand which ones haven't moved quite a lot. But they're probably just in the breakout zone, right? So you can see that if the extreme here is 80%, or some of them even 100%, if I scroll down, I'm looking at, okay, anything that is below 10% is basically just entering bullish territory. It could break out, and those are the ones that you might want to get. So that is, right now, that is purely my strategy. I don't want to touch any of this stuff that's up already. They could continue going up. But the thing is, there's also a high probability that if the market, Bitcoin sneezes, all of them would lose a lot of value. So what I do, I will be buying the ones that are just breaking out, and then I will be shorting everything that's high, especially above 50%. So you know that Aptos, Gala Network, and all the other coins that have gone up by like 50% or more, I'm building a short position on them. It can be tricky. They can keep on going down. You get stopped or you get a little liquidated, but you are more likely to catch a falling knife, because I can tell you for real that there is no way that Aptos is just going to keep going. It will return to $3, $4, and you want to be able to catch that kind of position and hold it in. I made 500% on the Dogecoin position using the same strategy. I showed it to you guys when I was taking the trade on the $100 daily trades. It worked out. I'm implementing the same strategy on Aptos and other coins that I'll show you just now. All right. Now, if you're looking at what kind of coins are still like maybe haven't pumped that much yet, I'm looking at EOS. We have traded EOS before. You guys already know that. EOS is right here. It had just escaped velocity already. It's in its escape velocity moment. Let me put it that way. And if I bring up the liquidity screener, you'll be able to see that EOS is basically below the volume. The volume. You can see that it's below the volume moving average. So you can look at this from like a TWAP point of view or the VWAP point of view. You can still see that EOS has tested the breakout, but it still functionally haven't broken it out completely yet. We're still on that candle, and we'll see if it will close above or it will close below it. So it's one of the coins that I'm looking at, and also it doesn't have an overstretched moment of high liquidations. It's more likely not going to go further that much, because the next layer of liquidations are more likely to happen here from 127. 127, and people start getting liquidated and on and on and on. If it breaks above that and keeps on going, then maybe it could go up to $2 or something like that. But that is very, very unlikely. And also, it has multiple moments of good support levels. If you look at the heat maps here, we've got one, which is just coming out of $82. We also have, at the top, we have one for sell signal. It's $1.07. And if it falls below that, we have another one here, which was the last time in October it was tested. And this is around 94 cents. So, it's a little bit safer. It's not too degenerate. The next one I'm looking at is Gala. And if you look at Gala, it has basically tested twice. Twice has it tested the highest liquidation point. So this is a coin that is basically gonna run out of juice soon, except if it successfully breaks out above these levels. It tested 0.051. This is the highest level of liquidations. Like most of the liquidations, the top is what? 0.062. And it has tested that territory a little bit. It has liquidated a lot of people in that area. And this is terrible. Look at one candle, guys. In and out in one day, liquidated everybody and just returned. So if you look at all this, the draw ups, guys, you know that there's something going on. It's probably running out of juice, and soon we might see a collapse. And a collapse for this one is going to be huge because it has gone up by more than 100% in the last few days. So what I'm doing on this one, I'm building a short position. The higher it goes, I just keep on shorting, adding liquidity, and on until I get it right. You can also look at it from an RSI perspective right here. We're trading on the territory of 78 on the RSI. The highest we hit was on the 10th of January at 86. So like for me, I always make more money for shorting coins more than when I am long and just buying things because it's hype. So I'm not touching the upside of this because also from the fundamental point of view, Aptos, they raised $300 million as a project, and majority of it, guess what? It's being held by VCs. And whenever they see a little bit of a pump, it's always their opportunity to dump it and cash out. And they're more likely going to do it right now. Even though at the volume weighted moving average, we are now above it. Basically, all the moving averages you can think of we're way above it. I still think that there is a potential here for a massive dump. Now, where did I place my stop loss? I definitely left it here at 0.05 because I'm not confident that it will retest that in the next few days, let alone if Bitcoin dumps. If Bitcoin sneezes by like 3%, all of this is now going to get toasted. It's all toast. So that's basically my take on it. Another one that I'm trading is NEO. I shared this on my last stream, and since then it has basically made some good profit. I think I shared the gains for NEO on the. Let me share this in the group. I will go on Discord and I will share my gains on NEO on the NEO trade. I think I was supposed to share this. Why didn't I do it? And by the way, if you're in SA, there's a massive arbitrage going on between Luno and Binance. It's happening again because Binance activated with ZAR withdrawals. So I will do another live stream later tonight, just focusing on that. But, oh no, this is a Dogecoin trade. I'm trying to share my NEO trade. NEO, oh, I found it. So on NEO, I just cashed out 26% so far on a long position. Is it a sell? No, this is Gala. Where is the NEO trade, man? NEO. Okay, I don't know where the NEO trade is. I'll share it later. But on the Bitcoin at 15x, I entered at 16,000 thing. You guys, I told you about it. We're now 57% up. I just shared that screenshot in the Discord channel. So make sure you check it out. Anyway, now moving on, NEO is something that is also quite safe to enter into. It's not really far from its bottom. If you look at it right here, most of the liquidity, the buy orders were placed or at least accumulated much on, what is this price level here, at $6. And right now we're just like at $7.11. So not really too far out that even if it get crushed, we have multiple levels of support that could hold us, especially here at 6. You can look at it on both ways. I think there is a good point. And a lot of people are placing longs from these prices, starting from $4.80 all the way down. From $4.80, it's where a lot of people are buying it up. So look, if worse comes to worse, I think NEO could not really lose as much value as all the other coins. So I am basically long on that. And here's another one. I'm also buying spot on these coins because if the crypto market, how it works is that it changes hands. You get one project that pumped and dumped, and then the next one pumps and the next one pumps. So you're always just looking at what is the next one more likely going to pump as well. So there is RUNE. You guys, you know what RUNE is all about, guys. I've been doing this one for a long time. It used to be one of our favorite coins to trade on this channel. So RUNE is also basically looking good. I mean, the Natros Bull has already called it bullish here in November. It called it bullish, but since then it hasn't moved that much. And on the daily, if a coin is basically looking like that, and it was yesterday when it basically just broke out of the moving average, the time-weighted moving average, and obviously it broke above the volume-weighted as well. So we could see anytime RUNE, guys, you already know what RUNE is. Let me just show you. Don't forget. RUNE is basically a hot altcoin, currently at 155, and the 24-hour trading volume of $80 million, 80. So I don't think anybody want to be sleeping on this. I think this is major alpha sleeping giant. We'll see it in one day where it blows up like $3, $4 or whatever, and you guys will be like, oh, I didn't see that coming. So I'm buying a lot of it. Even though I also have a small long position on derivatives trading, but you never know. Right now, we're struggling to break above the point of control and stay above it. We tested yesterday, but still, we kind of in the territory of getting that done. We might just get it done in the next 24 hours or so. Who knows? Especially if the market doesn't dump in the next 24 hours. It's a weekend. And you guys know what's up with that, what happens. Another coin that I'm looking at is Olympus DAO, OHM. This is also another sleeping giant. Same, if you look at the frame, it's basically same shape as RUNE, Thorchain. However, what's quite concerning about it is that the RSI is basically already at 62, but it's not corresponding with the amount of movement that we're looking at at the price level. So let me bring up the volumes though. Okay, so if you look at the volumes, it looks quite grudgy. It's not really the most attractive volume. So this one, you have to be on the fence a little bit, but it is a very popular coin. And it has a really supportive community that if it gets traction, it gets popular again like Gala, it might really just go and blow up. The good thing is that nobody's talking about it. However, there's a small little problem. There are a lot of liquidations. A lot of people trade this coin on, they do derivatives on it. It has a lot of derivatives volume. So around this area where we just standing up at $59, there's a liquidity crunch here. A lot of sales are happening. You can look at it in the heat maps or in the liquidity viewer. So I think once it breaks above this area, it gets to 60 and stay above it, we could be in a full send area. Another one here is Uniswap as well. Uniswap on the Natros Bull went bullish 2 days ago. But if you basically go at a monthly on Uniswap, I mean, check that out. Check that out. We basically just beat December at this moment, where it stands right now. Hopefully it keeps on. And there is a serious point for this to be going on the bullish towards as well. It hasn't seen much growth, even if I switch this to a weekly. Okay. At a weekly, it's basically just breaking out. Hopefully also we close at a high and we basically, if we're trading above the $6 territory, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, this is going to be a problem. So that's all I'm going to say. And these are the altcoins that I'm paying attention to. So yesterday I was talking to, let me switch my cameras. Let's do it like this. Okay, so yesterday I went on Twitter and I was telling people that you need to have a set amount of coins that you're trading simply to make sure that you understand their trends, their ups and downs, their ups and lows. So right now, you don't want to be too in on chasing every other coin that you see on social media. It helps if you have a few coins that you're paying attention to, and you can trade them both ways, up and down. And that's what I did. If you look at my Dogecoin trade, I've been making money on Dogecoin up. I've been making money on the Dogecoin down as well. Let me share with you guys my gains on my Dogecoin trade right now in the group. So my current Dogecoin trade profit level is 336%. I just shared it in Discord. Okay, that is basically what my Doge trade looks like. And it's simply because I like Dogecoin shorting and longing, right? So I pay attention to it massively. So right now, it's a perfect time for you guys to choose the coin that you might want to trade quite a lot. I gave you a list there that you might want to follow, but it can be any other coin as well, because the choice is basically yours, right? Let's just look at Ethereum quickly before we close. I also want to look at NFTs, because NFTs right now have been hot also if you pay attention to that stuff. So ETH basically just hanging in. The RSI, even though people are like, oh, Ethereum bullish, the RSI is still below the levels. And right now, let's turn off the screener. Okay, this is Ethereum on the weekly. Volume is incredibly bullish. We didn't do double of last week, but basically we just superseded last week's volume. And that is very, very hopeful. So if you're not bullish on ETH right now, maybe you should be. Maybe you should just be, because things really look good. It has been holding up the price really nicely. It got pushed down, but it didn't completely collapse under $1,000. It maintained its price, multiple weeks of consolidation, and now it's basically just making a comeback. So if you're sleeping on Ethereum, I hope you shouldn't. My guess is that you should not be sleeping on ETH right now. Right? So hopefully we build this candle. It closes on top. It's at the end of the week anyway. If we manage 3 weeks of full accumulation in volume and good price action, it doesn't have to be extremely bullish. It has to be slow. Slow is always better. Then that is the real deal, guys. That's when you can be like, okay, maybe this is the time to go. I mean, the weekly is very important because it goes around for too long. Let me give you an example. I'm looking at look at this line, the green line. You look at the last time that we broke above it, what we did here, it failed, and then it did here again, retested. This was in April. Oh my gosh, in April 2020 at a weekly. The moment we broke above it, the EMA line, it went bullish all the way until May 2022. That's when things started to get a little bit shady. So now we're starting to approach this line again, the EMA line, because we want to break above it. And we have tried multiple times recently sort of to go above it. It has failed. And this is the 4th attempt of doing that. The last ones have been failing, lower than the other and lower than the other. I do have hopes that this time around we might just break above it and be above this line. Whenever you see a coin above the weekly line and it's bullish, that's when you can basically be bullish about it as well. Let's look at Dogecoin, for example. And the EMA trading indicator, you can find it at Crypto University if you want it, cryptouniversity.network. And if you want to learn how to trade, you can find my course at cryptouniversity.network. Take the masterclass, combines everything, crypto, trading, NFTs, and investments. If you really want to build your financial independence with crypto, I recommend you get to Crypto University right now and sign up for the course. All right, so this is the Dogecoin situation. But this is, okay, this is a perpetual situation. This is Doge on Coinbase. Weekly. Week link. And I mean, this has been embarrassing for Dogecoin. What's happening, we can actually use this opportunity to explain something important for trading to you guys, right? Check this out. When I tell you that you don't want a coin that's going up like this, where 1 week, boom, the candle just, everything is all in 1 week, especially if it's 1 day is much worse. Whenever you see easy up, it's always easy down. That's why it makes sense to short coins to make money than to always look for what is the next one to pump. It's more difficult to predict which coin is going to pump than it is to predict for a coin that's going to dump. Basically, that's it. As long as you know how to long and short, you'll always be fine. All right. So this is similar to what's happening with Gala Network, right? Gala is kind of in the same box right now. The pump has been really nice, but it's just all in one candle. Check it out on a weekly. It is conservative. I mean, it is consecutive. That's nice. But still, you don't want this because what will follow there is we sort of already know. It's very difficult for a coin to maintain an upside of like 4 weeks straight, right? It can do it if the movements are minimal. Because I can give you an example. Look at it here. It did it, right? 1 week. This was in July 2022. 1 week, second week, third week, fourth week. And then it started going down. This time around, it's even more dodgy. Every single time it has done it, you can look at it historically here. Every single time it has attempted to go up in 1 week with a massive pump, it gets pushed down. So I'm not so convinced that this time is special, even though the volumes quite look convincing. And I think it's smart to start building a short position on this coin, even though you don't want to go too hard on the leverage. Keep your leverage low, 3 to 5x maybe, even 1x if you're very new to this. Here it happened before also, massive than what it happened now. Boom, week 1, week 2, week 3. Starting from week 3, it started going down for several weeks. So it means that if this has to repeat themselves, if you short it at the right time, you can be riding and make money for weeks. As long as it keeps going down, you keep sprinting. And that's how you can build a position and make more money. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you could say that it looks like it's breaking out. Yeah, that's for sure. But look, this is an altcoin, right? You have to also keep in mind that the utility of these things matter. Like who is buying a lot of Gala? There's not enough good reason. It's basically pure trading. So when a coin pumps purely based on trading activity of traders, the pump doesn't last long. It's different from when a coin pumps based on fundamentals. Let's say if people are buying a coin because they're anticipating for, let's say, a halving event on Litecoin or on Bitcoin or an upgrade on Ethereum. You get a lot of retail that basically just starts buying stuff and they buy and they just keep it. So that is really good volume. But volume like this is basically just mega pump volume. Like, oh, crypto is back, let's buy it. And then people just start manipulating prices of stuff. So I don't know, you can, to each his own. But for me right now, I wouldn't get super long on a lot of this stuff, especially looking at where Bitcoin is at right now. It hasn't really reached a territory where I can trust that this could be a potential pump. I mean, you can look at the history of it. Like how many times does it break out and really it broke out? While if you compare this to ETH, it's a little bit more healthy. Ethereum is not going to lose as much value as Gala, right? And Ethereum, if you pay attention to it now, check this out. How many weeks did it go here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of mega pump around the same time when Gala only did 4. All right. So this is something you always have to consider, guys. Anyway, I will do another live stream later focused on arbitrage trades. But thank you, guys. Okay, let me read the comments before I go so that you guys don't scrutinize me too much. People finding Kabosu, bad choice. I don't know anything about Kabosu, but it sounds like a meme coin. ETH currently around 1.8 market cap. It will go for 5 million today and 30 to 100 next 100 million next month. Are you sure? Like, where are you getting that from? Yeah, I feel like this is a trap. I don't believe that this is really a bull market. But crypto is crazy that whenever people see a little bit of a movement, everybody gets extremely excited. However, if you look at the data, it's like, yo, we were here. This is a weekly chart, right? The price that we are at right now, we were there already in November. In November, we are exactly where we are right now. And the prices that we have seen, we were even there in December. On the 12th of December, we went as high as, on this week of the 12th of December, right? We went as high as 18,300. We went all the way down. The lowest has been 16.3. Now we're just 18.9, basically 19K, and people are losing their minds. So that's just how crypto goes for you, which could bring us to this, another candle like this one. So we have to be extremely, extremely careful. But look, it doesn't matter though, because if you are not an emotional trader, right? You have been buying spot. I've been showing you guys how to use bots, your robots, to set up your own buying orders. It means you've been buying at spot, accumulating, and right now you're just making money. You don't even have to try. But what's tricky is always the derivatives. How do I make more money? Well, you have to trade derivatives, but then which direction are you going to take? Long everything or short? And this is where what I'm talking about comes in. What's the future of Shiba Inu? Okay, let me look at Shiba Inu right now. Kudu says, I want to learn how to trade. Yeah, man, grab my course. Go to cryptouniversity.network and grab the masterclass. It will teach you everything from the beginning to becoming an advanced trader. Cryptouniversity.network. Link is also in the description below. Okay, this is Shiba for you. Wow, Shiba is basically on the line from its liquidity levels. So on the liquidity heat maps, we're basically just 10% almost away from the current candle on the downside. Yeah, this looks good actually. Let's look at the daily. Okay, this is quite nice for Shiba Inu. It's really moving nicely. It's not some sporadic stuff going on, but it will definitely break out. It is trying to break above the EMA average here, the EMA trading indicator. It has already tested it today, and it could break out. Let's just look at SHIB. Okay, so in the last 7 days, Shiba Inu has gone up by 13% and 16% in the last 14 days. It hasn't really done anything. It hasn't moved. So I would add Shiba Inu to the list of the coins that you should be looking at or accumulating at a spot position, aiming for a sporadic explosion here, because you could make money on it even at a long. You could long it with a small amount up until at 1020, up until 1020. Right now it's like 0.955. You can long up until 9. And I mean, you can look at the liquidity maps has been followed religiously here. It's exactly where it has been collapsing every single time it pumps, right? This line right here. And it attempted it before, collapse, and this time around it might go up. So it's either you're going to put a short position ahead of time around this area, or you could long it from here all the way up to that. Or you can do two trades. One, a long from here to that point, and then a short from there up to now. All right. So Shiba is good. I think I'll air pin on Shiba as well. Shiba looks good, actually. Thanks for that. I'm just not a big fan of trading meme coins, but when they get to my attention, definitely, let's make some money. All right. What else did I wanted to show you guys? Oh yeah, just like if you go on CoinGlass, you'll see the concentration of the trades, the longs and the shorts. You can tell where most people are sitting around. Wow, the liquidity war is real. Check this out. The longs and the shorts fighting each other, bro. Woo. And these are the funding rates. Minus 0.002 on OKX. Wow. 0 on Bitfinex. Yes, the market is getting ugly very quickly, bro. Like, what's the logic behind all this? Okay. Let's look at the liquidations. Yeesh. So 62% of people are currently long on crypto. Basically, most of them are long on Bitcoin. But on OKX, 56% is short. On Binance, 71% long. Bybit, 84% long. And Hobby, 50% short. Oh, wow. Deribit, 100% short. What the hell is going on? Okay, so this is really important information, guys. Like, why is Deribit completely short? There has to be a reason behind it. BitMEX, everybody long on BitMEX. Oh my gosh, this market is probably is going to go crazy. There is a high probability really for a pump. But the thing is, there's also too much money to be made to go short. That's the challenge here. So we'll see how the weekend plays out. Okay, if you go to the DEX 2s, the home of shitcoins, this is where it gets a little bit even too real. I think I have a filter here for $10 million. Okay, it's been erased. What's trending here? Okay, so Corgi is trending. Corgi B, Cat, and Drift. Daily losers, DPF, SOG, and MON. Yeah, this is really the number one market for degenerates. If you're just looking for stuff to flambo around and make money or lose it, come over to this side. Come to the dark side. Okay. On hot app swap, Wrap BNB is still number one. Okay, so we talked about Shiba Inu just now. Shiba Inu is actually being brought up on hot app swap, so maybe a lot of people are starting to pay attention. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let me get into the world of NFTs. NFTs. If you're in like the Bored Ape, you can see exactly what's been going on. Really important things. There is another drop that's coming in, a new NFT that will be airdropped to people who own. If you own an ape, whether it's a Bored Ape or a mutant ape, you basically are in for something new. And I've seen some couple of NFTs that I've been accumulating myself. Happy to share with you guys if you want. I just want to see let's just get straight to the numbers out here, man. What's going on right now? Wow, Beans Official is up 62%. If you wanted to buy land, by the way, when I was buying my other side land, which was expensive at the time, now it's extremely cheap at 1.42 Ethereum. You can buy some here. And the Kernel Club is also basically down a lot. It's only 9 Ethereum right now to buy one kernel, and then therefore you are part of the bot API Club. If you want to check that out. Emperor's currently 1.58 ETH. That's cheap. Moonbirds 124. Oh, 9.4 ETH. 9.1. Wow, this has been. Do you guys remember? What was going on with this? It were like 60 Ethereum or 100 Ethereum. These Moonbirds were being extremely traded expensively. Okay, doodles, little pages, OPs. I bought some NFTs yesterday. What was the name of that? Let me just look at my Twitter for that. I'll go to my latest following. Yeah, my latest followed pages. Sappy Seals. Yeah, I bought this NFT yesterday called Sappy Seals. Really incredible community. And I'm going hard on it now. Like, I'll be accumulating. They're doing something more different than what everybody does. They had the founder of Azuki on their spaces. A lot of NFT OGs seems to like them. So I'm accumulating them. Not financial advice, obviously, but it's something that I'm doing. Hey, if you're enjoying the show, man, destroy the like button, guys. Destroy the like button. Okay, can we look at what's happening to goblins? Floor price 0.7 ETH? Nonsense. I had a lot of this stuff. I still have a lot of this stuff. And the prices aren't even reflective of that, man. NFTs can be somehow disappointing. But if you want to trade NFTs, maybe this is actually a good time to start accumulating these. Another thing worth looking at is Utes. Solana Utes, Frank D. God's project. Okay, 119 SOL, 165 Solana. Last sale, 119. Last sale, 85. Okay, so let's actually have a look at Magic Eden right now. What's going on there? Why do you guys keep talking about Kabosu? Let's look at the Kabosu project. You know, any coin that is another wannabe of Dogecoin, I just don't. No, this is a shit coin, bro. Like volume of 51,000. You're probably on the stream just to shield it to other people, but it's bullshit. This is, do not buy this token, guys. It's absolute garbage. Like 51,000. Like even if you buy it, you have nobody to sell it to. It's a lie. Don't trade it. Scam alert. We have some scammer on the stream promoting a scam project. No, please don't do that here. Okay. Let's move to Magic Eden and look at Utes. Hmm. 140 Solana. What the hell? Oh, but Solana isn't worth anything anymore. $17. Another good coin to short, by the way. Solana, a good short. Okay, so 2,600 for a Utes. Okay. I guess it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And D-Gods, what's the price right now? D-Gods. Volume on D-Gods. 535. And the price movement, 24-hour volume, 24-hour volume. Yeah, it's very tricky, man. With the price of Solana clambling like this, everybody is getting screwed up. Not because at the SOL level you're not winning, but if Solana isn't worth anything, it also makes holding onto any of these to be quite tricky. I do have some D gods also, but like, bro, come on, man. Let's look. Okay, so 521. Let's look if you did this 4 days ago. It was still around the same. I guess the trading isn't. Oh man, it's actually getting lower. So it was 700 Solana about 5 days ago, and then 6 whatever. Oh, tricky. A buyer's market only right now. It's a buyer's market. If you're selling right now, I don't think it's smart at all. You might as well just hold and keep at your losses until you can make your money back. Clonex, what's happening? 5.8 floor price. Oh man, this is sweet. Good buying point. Yeah, you're right, bro. Man's undercover with their Kabosu bags. They're just trying to shield it on us. All right, guys. So I got to bounce, but I'm glad that we connected and we had a chat. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on in the markets and what I'm doing. I shared everything that I'm kind of doing right now. I've also been doing arbitrage right now using my SA route. So I will probably do another live stream in a few hours talking about that. If you want to join in, just make sure you subscribe and you click on the bell button to be notified whenever I go live. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Instagram, on Twitter, and all other social media platforms. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next moment. If you want to get started with trading, sign up on Bybit, sign up on OKX, and make your first deposits on those exchanges. I also have complete tutorials showing you how to use them. And then after that, you can basically start trading. If you want to get real training, go to cryptouniversity.network. Right now, you're missing out on gains if you're not learning. If you learn, you start earning. See you guys next time. Peace out.